Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahak Kadash, fellow Hebrew tongues, correct names of the Heavenly Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you, sister brothers living in this truth, and shalom to the brothers and sisters listening and studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. Woo, hey, come to talk to you again, Yasharala. Look, I did a lesson yesterday talking about how they're going to, come with these events to try to disarm the public so that when these elite bankers, when the Esau decides to roll out, his global reset agenda, it'll go more smoothly. And lo and behold, what happened yesterday in my city, it had another a mass shooting, another event like that. And hey, I'm about to give my elder Malcolm on, the elder from Chicago, because like he always say, hey, this thing got more holes than Swiss cheese, because you just tell it was a setup. So check it out. And look, they already got the game plan why it was done like that. As I got the article pulled up, you can see it. It says, after St. Francis mass shooting, Tulsa County's lone Democratic commissioner calls for gun reform. That was the whole point of that situation right there. And the Tulsa County, what's her name? Tulsa County Commissioner Karen Keefe, she's about to issue, she's going to put it on the ballot. They need that legislation passed. They need that. They want to go the same way Canada did. I just did a lesson on Canada, how they did theirs. Babylon the Great seen that, and like a copycat, they like, we need to do that too. That way, when we roll out our plan, it'll be easier. See, Canada's already set up. They can roll it out. They ain't got, much resistance from the public. So their thing will be more smoothly. Babylon looking like, man, we're gonna have some problems because our people, they can defend themselves. They got what we got. So it's gonna be real hard to do Babylon the Great. So they have to get this new legislation passed. They have to get that, that thing put off right there. That's what they need. So you're gonna see more of these things happening, more events, and then like, to me, this one they did was totally sloppy. Like, get out of here, Esau, man. Only a fool gonna believe this scenario they put out there. First, they put it as a Jake. Jake don't really do mass shootings like that unless it's like a club or a gathering with other Jakes. But as far as like a public place, Jake don't do that. So let's get into it. Let's start dissecting, their so-called event. So let's go get it. Let's start with this one. Because this one was crazy to me. So it says, victim's name, police release motive in deadly St. Francis shooting spree. It says, Tulsa police said a man who opened fire inside a doctor's office Wednesday, taking 4 victims' lives before taking his own, was targeting a doctor he blamed for his back pain. And see, Jake don't really do that. Jake don't take themselves out in mass shooting. That's something that Esau do. That to me is fishy right there. So you putting Jake as he did this, but yet that Jake, he's gone, so he can't tell his side of the story. So check it out. And then here go a hole right here. They shouldn't have said that. Tulsa Police Chief Wendell Franklin said the shooter, Michael Lewis, had back surgery 2 weeks ago and complained of ongoing pain, seeking additional treatment. 2 weeks ago, you just had back surgery. Now, like I know Yasharala, I done had surgery before, and I didn't have no back surgery either, so I can imagine how bad that is. You not gonna have no back surgery, then go up in some place with a assault rifle and get the firing off. First, your back hurt too bad. You probably in the back break. You can barely walk. So you want me to believe this man went into a place, a public place, as we're gonna keep reading, and laid out fire, like, because his back hurt. Your back gonna hurt after 2 weeks of surgery. Common sense. And and then if you do your own research, you're gonna find out this man drove from Muskogee. So he drove a whole hour away here to do something like that. Man, that don't sound right to me, man. Plus, you try to put it as my people. My people don't do stuff like that. Let's see. They got the name on the victim. It says Lewis saw his orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Preston Phillips, again Tuesday and called seeking more treatment Wednesday before going on a rampage. So that was an Israelite doctor he knocked off. So that could be a plan. They don't like Israelite doctors. Another one was Dr. Stephanie Hudson, she looked like a so-called Edomite. Amanda Glenn and William Love. You know, Glenn worked there and Love was a patient. So you see they little pictures right there. Now here go another little, you know, come on, Esau, you should have thought this out better. Check this out. The police chief said Lewis went into the doctor's office on the second floor of the Natalie building on the St. Francis Hospital campus near 61st and Yale with a semi-automatic rifle and a semi-automatic pistol. Franklin described the rifle as an AR-15 style. So hold up. So, cause you can't just tuck no AR-15 in your pocket. So you mean to tell me he went into the hospital, past the receptionist's office, past the security, all the way up to the second floor, past all these people in the waiting room, nobody see nothing, and then like a lot of times you go to the doctor out and back. You don't just go right to the doctor. You got to sit down and wait for the doctor. And you can't just have access to go back there to the doctors. It's not like that. So you mean tell me he went way to the second floor. He got way past everybody on the second floor with an AR-15 and laid out 4 people. Get out of here with that, man. That right there is just like, that don't make no sense. That's not well thought out plan. And I ain't saying on his behalf, I'm saying on Esau's behalf. You want me to believe that story? That don't sound right, man. That sounds like a total setup. Because I've been to doctor office. I've been to that doctor office. I've been to that one. You know, taking somebody up there. And it ain't set up like that. Man, they got security at that one. Like when you go in, it's a receptionist and a security on that first floor as you go in. You're not going to sneak no AR-15 in there. I guarantee you. So that's what I'm saying, Esau. That wasn't, for us that live here, that goes to that doctor's office, get out of here. I've been to that building. I know how it's set up. I know how it operates. You're not going to sneak nothing past nobody. That's why they should have said just a handgun. Then that would have been more believable. But you're going to say assault rifle, which I know why they said assault rifle, because that's the main thing they want to ban. Because you got to think about it, Yasharala. 15 men with, AR assault rifles, they can hold off, a military. They can hold, that's like a militia. So they want the public to be underarmed, little handguns. They don't want us to have, military weaponry. Because the AR-15 assault rifle, that's a military grade type of weapon right there. You can hold them off because you got the same thing that the military got. So they snuck that in there not thinking it through. Because they shouldn't have said he got way to the second floor with that. Because that's just not, no, man. I've been to that building before. I've been right to that doctor's office before. You're not going to get in there with no AR. It ain't happening. Then here goes, some more holes in the story. Check it out. Franklin said Lewis bought the rifle at 2 p.m. Wednesday, less than 3 hours before beginning the shooting spree. Now, for all my gun owners, for all my modern sword owners here and around, you already know. You ain't about to get no weapon in 3 hours. I don't give a damn if you go to the gun show. You still gonna have to wait a long time before they release that weapon to you. You're not gonna get that in 3 hours. No way. Then I want to say, I think it was one article I looked. They said he bought one at a pawn shop, and he bought another one at a gun store. And when you buy those, usually, even if you're not a felon, you get delayed. You gotta wait all the way up to 7 days. You gotta wait a couple days before they release that weapon to you. You're not gonna get no weapon 3 hours and then bam, bam. You got it like that. No, man, no. That's another lie. Like, damn, Esau, you should have. Come on now, you act like we just totally brain dead or something. Like, come on, that wasn't a good story. And I'm like, y'all, that's what your think tanks came up with? That's the best story y'all come up with? That don't even, come on. We out here in this world, man. We do things. We have gun owners. We know how that process works. So get out of here with that. He bought it 3 hours. Plus, this dude, you just said he had back surgery. His back hurt. Somebody tell me he did all this stuff with a bad back. He from Muskogee. With a bad back, he done bought all this stuff and then go up there to lay out an Israelite doctor. Come on, man. Come on. That wasn't a very good story. But like I said, we put that first thing up. They're doing this because they need that new legislation passed. They can't do it with this regular little story. It's like we just had a mass shooting in Taft, Oklahoma at a Jake festival. They ain't really talking too much about that because that's not going to get legislation passed. They need things that go on to like public buildings where you're supposed to be safe. Schools, hospitals, supermarkets, things of that nature. That gets the bill rolling. That gets people, the scary people, the liberals, to get the holler like we need, we need that reform. Like, hurry up and get it on the ballot. I want to vote for that. Get the people behind it, get the politicians behind it. And like things like that don't happen organically like that. Because most people ain't gonna do that. Because that's very risky. Only Jake shoot the club up. So they need things of this nature. And then like Esau setting this up. And he's not doing a good job at it either. He's not doing a good job setting this up at all. Because we just seen like that didn't make sense. And for my people, all y'all Charlotte that work in a hospital, you're not about to sneak up in there with no AR. You're not going to get past that. Patients, security, somebody would have called the police. And you can't, I've never went to the doctor's office and got to see the doctor right then and there. It's always like at least an hour wait, 30 minutes. Like, you go in the doctor's office to see the doctor 30 minutes, that was a good visit, man. Very good visit. Usually you got to wait a couple hours because it's going to be filled with other patients. They usually always falling behind. So it's never like, okay, your appointment is at 2 p.m. You're not going to see the doctor at 2 p.m. You might see him about 3, 4, of that nature. And, for people that work at the hospital, correct me if I'm wrong, but usually that's how I go when I go. Whether I'm going for me or taking somebody. It's never you to see the doctor. The doctors are put up. You just going there, oh, there you go. I'm about to get him. My back hurt. Hey, man, you messed my surgery up. You don't even see the doctor like that. So come on, man. More holes than Swiss cheese in the story. Like, it ain't making sense. And Esau just act like we all brain dead. They just put out some BS. And we go, oh, it's so sad. Can you believe they did that? Man, I'm going to look through the details, man. To me, my antennas went up when they said that Jake did it. Matter of fact, let's go get the Jake picture. Here, they went and found the craziest picture they can find and said this Jake did that. So to me, that threw my antennas up because Jake don't do stuff like that. Jake shoots up clubs. It's young Jake shoot up young Jake when they around, a festive party. Not buildings and officials and things like that. Plus, Jake ain't about to, man. Jake back hurt. Jake ain't got the strength to get up. He gonna call and probably cuss the doctor out. He ain't gonna get up there and go do nothing like that. Then they got this picture of him look blanked out. So say if he did do it, I think they, probably had him on, put him up to it. It's something that's real fishy about this story. So there go dude. Then they say he killed himself. Then, hold up. Is this the one that got it? They said he had a note. They found the note. Man, Jake don't leave no note. Jake don't write down, I'm going to go do this. And then, that's what Esau do. Jake don't leave manifestos, man. Jake does not do that. Jake just go out and do what he got to do. He don't write down notes and say all of this and what he going to do. Here we go. That's where it said he bought it. It said he bought the AR-15 at a local gun shop at 2 p.m. And then they said he bought the 40 caliber Smith & Wesson from a local pawn shop. Like, so he went to 2 different places to buy 2 different firearms, and he got him a couple hours. Like, we looking like, I wish you can get it like that. Most of the time they got you on a 24-hour wait period. Then they got the mayor. They gonna be on it, man. Then me and Kadar, as soon as it happened, we was talking about it. They had all the police officers up there. All 150 that was on call was at that situation. That thing was already resolved. So crime could have went on somewhere else. You could have been done, looted somewhere. People could have been looters, and man, police wouldn't have responded. It just smelled fishy, man. That just got set up all over it. So that being said, we done got the little details. You can look it up yourself, and you'll see more crazy stuff, Yasharala, when you do all the information, because they piecing together this as they go, and it ain't even very well thought out or nothing. It ain't even good. So we're going to get to the scriptures on it now, because we know what it's all about. Like I said, I just did a lesson yesterday on them trying, take the modern day swords out of the people's hands, because we know what they got on the big plate. We see the big picture of it. They got a whole global reset they got to roll out. And, Babylon got more modern day swords than they do people. So they got to gather them up before they do this event. Because they wanted to go through smooth. And they ain't going to go through smooth if people, can defend themselves. So they got to take away people's right to defend themselves. So check it out. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. That is so true. Because like, as soon as the event happened, Kadar called me up, and we just, we straight ran through the whole scenario like we already know what they was doing. I just did a lesson on that. That's the spirit. I just did a lesson on that same situation because I know what Esau is after. And look, not even 24 hours after I did that lesson. That's why I probably should have waited just a little bit longer. I could have snuck this in on there. But, it's all through the spirit. And then this happens. And then they already like, we got to, that's why we need stricter gun laws. We need stricter this. That's why we got to do this and reform. Like they going for what Canada just did. Babylon is jealous right now. Canada already put theirs in place. So Babylon look like, man, we behind the clock. We looking bad. We got to, repeal ours. Because Russia, they citizens can't own handguns like that. China, they citizens can't own handguns like that. Australia, now Canada, Mexico. Only place you can have it like that, the Second Amendment right, is here in Babylon the Great. And I feel like you're not going to get that. When they try to repeal that, look for civil war. But you see, Esau going to go for it. He's going to go for it. He got to do it because he don't want to lose his resources, his military troops, and his little task force. He don't want to lose those because that's precious. They only got so many of them. And they wanted to roll out easy. They want the people to just roll over and bend over and take it. But, hey, these stiff-necked, man. 2/3 stiff-necked, Esau stiff-necked. And Esau, that's his blessing. You're not going to take Esau from his blessing. That's how he got this country, was using the modern-day sword. So he ain't giving it up. He feel like that's his God-given right, which really, it is. Isaac blessed Esau with the sword. So, good luck on that one, Esau. Good luck on that one. But they're going to keep doing little plans like this, little staged events. They're going to keep chipping away at it because they're going to put it in place. It's going to happen. And when they do, it's going to be all chaos. And to me, we see that plan ain't no good. You know who else see that plan ain't no good? Your everyday Joe Six-Pack, redneck working Edomite. They see it ain't no good. Only people that's right in the dark is the 2/3. 2/3, oh, that's so sad. I can't believe it. They didn't quit. 2/3 gonna go with it. 2/3 like, yeah, we need that. We need to reform that. Should nobody have that but the police and military? 2/3 gonna agree. They're the dumbest people right now. They're the dumbest people on the face of the planet. But Esau and the prophets, Yahshua, the hopeful elect, and Esau, we all see what's coming. Like, and that's sloppy. That's not a good, nope, ain't happening. That wasn't a good plan. Like, that was a straight setup. It's fishy. And look, Esau should have did that better than that. To me, you make millions of dollars. You a think tank. You ain't got to work. Your job is to come up with plans like that to push to the public and make them believe it. But it ain't coming off like it did in the 60s and 70s. They losing their wisdom. Esau's losing his wisdom. Esau's not as smart as their great-great-grandfather was. These new Edomites, they're, dumb as hell. And you can see what they plans. That wasn't even a good setup. It was easy to dissect. Real easy to dissect. It wasn't even like, that's what I look at them like, man, that's what you gonna push out, really? You gonna push that out and say that? Come on, man. It's like y'all not even trying. But see, that's all biblical and scriptural. Because check it out. This is Obadiah 1:8. Shall not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise man out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau. So look, we in that day. We in that time. We coming to Jacob's trouble. So what is the Most High doing? What is Yahweh Shah doing? He taking Esau's wisdom away. He making Esau revert back to that caveman. Esau can't make good plans. Esau is looking like a straight fool right now. And that's all good because that gives us a way out. This devil's not as slick and cunning as he was back in the day. He's losing it. He's not wise. He's not smart. I look at these Edomites every day make dumb decisions. Every day. And they put themselves in a trick bag, these dumb decisions. I'm like, wow. You got all the resources. You got everything at your disposal. And this is what you come up with? This is what you do? Really? It's like they can't do nothing right. They can't run their business right. They can't get their military right. They can't even get their psyop setups right. They can't do nothing right. Esau's in that can't get right mode. And that's, all through the power of Yahweh Shah. That way, the hopeful elect that have that spiritual wisdom, we can turn the tables on this devil or find our way out of it by using the spiritual wisdom we was blessed with. Because Esau losing his. He losing it bad. I be looking at these everyday Edomites, and like even though they losing their wisdom, they're still more, smarter than your 2/3. 2/3 is like at a straight dumbed down beast level. Like they got like dog intelligence. They just all they know how to do is what Esau tell them to do. They can't think on their own at all. No type of thought going their head. They only good at, being told what to do. Now Esau, he's like that too, but Esau started like the work of that Edomite, like, man, my privilege is getting took away. Now you gonna try to take away my blessing? That's gonna be the final straw for Esau. That's why I titled that last lesson, Incoming Civil War, because that's what's gonna lead to. Because everybody's starting to see this ain't no, we know what you're trying to do. Like, it ain't no secret. Like the global reset is mainstream. You can tell that. So everybody know you ain't doing this for no safety. You ain't doing this for our benefit. You just want to do these events, take away our rights to defend ourselves, so that way you can roll on us real easy. And everybody can see that, except the 2/3. They're the only ones that's still in gross darkness. Because Esau see it. That's why Esau, as much they do this, they just starting that war. Because they making Esau get more stuff. Esau preparing. Because they see what's going on. As I'm looking at the rich elite Edomites, all you doing is provoking the poor Edomites. Because they know what you're doing. They see it coming. They preparing for this. Only people ain't preparing is Jake. But the lower class, your everyday in the mountain redneck Edomite, they're preparing for this. They see it coming. And then the hopeful elect, we see it coming as well. We the ones that got eyes. The prophets, we know what the whole agenda is. We see the big picture of it. See, unlike Esau, this thing is bigger than politics. This ain't about politics. This thing is about prophecy. This thing's about Yahweh Shah. So we see the prophecy, the real big picture of what's going on. It's all biblical. Esau see it from a carnal level. From the a worldly carnal understanding. But he see what's going on. Now, your 2/3 don't see nothing. They gonna get caught in the middle. They like a 3-year-old child. They don't know what's happening. They just out here like it's all willy. They still in the spirit of mirth. They out here still partying. So check it out. Cause this is Esau right here. This the elites. This the politicians. This what they doing. This is Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawing swords. So he gonna put it out, man. We gonna put this legislation out to protect the public. We hearing y'all crying. That's so sad for the victims. Shouldn't nobody be a victim of that. So we gonna put out this new bill to repeal back, the Second Amendment, so that you can have peace and safety. And like everybody, like the dummies, gonna be like, oh yeah, peace and safety, take them out. Only the police and military should have that. And say when they get this bill into place, and they do a whole door-to-door, taking all the guns through the ATF or whatever organization they use. What's gonna come next? What it said, war is in his heart. The politicians ain't doing that for your safety. They doing that so when they come with their military, hey, it's gonna be get down or lay down. You can't defend yourself. It's gonna be real easy. And that's the plans. That's it. All the government do is play with the people. That's all they do. And they got this new thing, the Global Reset, NWO. They have to get that off the ground. They got to do it quickly because they running out of time. So they got to hurry up and get this bill passed. So look for more events. More events to go down, just like this one. More of it. Probably going to be even worse. More holes in the story. But they're going to keep hitting at that till they get that legislation passed. So then therefore they can make their next phase, make their next move. And I mean that's what's on the table. That's what they want. That's what their aim is. They need that legislation passed. So therefore they can go with their next phase of their plans. Because right now it's gonna be real hard to try to pull that off on the public. Especially when the public is looking at you with a side eye like, the people don't trust the government no more. There's no more trust in the government. So the government is issuing out events to try to get the public's, favor back. Try to get the public's trust back. We'll protect you. We're going to pass this. That way, you'll be safe. And no, you not, man. That's going to make it worse. Guaranteed. So with that, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwame Yashrology to Baba Bob and Shalom.